In a 2014 article for Elite Daily, Adam Pliskin argues that millennials are especially fascinated by celebrity culture. Unlike fans from previous generations, millennials have constant, limited access to celebrities. A computer is a standard technological convenience in most contemporary homes, and access to social media is widely available. Anyone who can access a social media site can potentially contact a public figure. Some public figures prioritize protecting their privacy, either by choice or by necessity. And in the video today, we're looking at 10 of the most protected. Number 10. Johnny Depp. Since his 2015 divorce from actress Amber Heard, Johnny Depp has become as well known for his relentless partying as he is for any of his recent acting roles. Depp's public persona may be uncouth, but his approach to home security is positively medieval. He based the design of his Los Angeles home on one type of dwelling that is primarily intended to keep invaders out, and that's of course a castle. His home has battlements and towers to deter entry, as well as security guards, security cameras, and alarm systems. Important disclaimer here, we're pretty sure medieval castles didn't have any of those technological things though. Anyone entranced by his home's round turrets and wishing for a tour would have to be granted permission to pass through the home's only entrance, which is an iron gate. Number 9. Queen Elizabeth. In 2015, Varsity reported that almost two-thirds of Britons could not name the Prime Minister at the time, David Cameron. Perhaps Cameron should have followed the example of the United Kingdom's longest-reigning monarch, Queen Elizabeth, whose bright wardrobes make her rather unmistakable. The Queen is favouring form as well as function. Her vivid colour palette makes it easier for the Royal Protection Squad to find her in a crowd. Since the squad's formation in 1983, 185 SAS-trained officers have guarded the current monarch and all direct heirs to the throne. Prince Charles and Prince William both have waterproof alarm watches that they can use to summon security. Number 8. Pussy Riot. When the Russian feminist punk band Pussy Riot gained a worldwide audience, it wasn't because of a hit song. In 2011, after spending 4 years as the prime minister under his puppet president Dmitry Medvedev, Vladimir Putin again became the president of Russia. Some citizens, especially those living in cities, suspected election fraud. In February of 2012, Pussy Riot entered the Christ the Savior Cathedral. The band performed a 50-second song with the chorus, "Mother of God, drive Putin out. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit." All three of the band members were arrested on the charge of hooliganism motivated by religious hatred. The band was dropped off in an armored car and escorted into the courthouse by a security guard every day of the trial. They were initially sentenced to 5 months in prison. When the singer's defense lawyers claimed their clients' rights were violated during the trial, both lawyers were sentenced to 2 months in a penal colony. The bands, they were released after 3 months. Number 7. Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley impersonations were voted most iconic celebrity impersonations by Slate in 2015. During his prolific career, Elvis's black pompadour, curling lip, and swiveling hips could be seen on any television or movie screen. When Elvis couldn't be seen, it was because his security personnel wanted it that way. The men of the Memphis Mafia were Elvis's protectors from 1954 until his death in 1977. They weren't only his personnel, though, they were also his personal friends. Each one of the 8 men was chosen by Elvis based on a pre-existing friendship. They were on site at his home Graceland at all times, and they constantly traveled with him. Every member of the Memphis Mafia was required to carry a gun, and all of the men received martial arts training. Number 6. Rahul Gandhi. In India's parliamentary governments, more than one official is entitled to travel under armed guard. This is in contrast to, for example, the United States of America, where only the president, the vice president, and their families are typically protected by the Secret Service, along with a few other select people, such as visiting heads of state and former presidents. In fact, federal security in India is provided to any public figure who is considered a VIP. As the President of the Congress, Rahul Gandhi is guarded by the company Special Protection Group, SPG. He is entitled to Z-level security. This is the second highest level of security in the Indian government's 4-tier system. When he travels, Gandhi is accompanied by police officers and one escort car. Gandhi's security is always important to the federal government, but it only interests the press when the police make mistakes. In 2018, Gandhi visited Chennai to pay his final respects to a DMK party leader. The police lost sight of Gandhi when he was surrounded by mourners, leaving him vulnerable to possible attack. The federal government promised that the police would be severely punished. The only injury suffered was an affront to Gandhi's dignity, though, because the police did not clear a safe path through the crowd for him, and he stepped in muddy slush. Number 5. North West. North West, the daughter of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, is famous simply for being born to two celebrity parents. No matter what you might think of the pair, to at least some degree, they're just like any other humans in that they might get a little overly protective of their children from time to time. Or in this case, well, literally all the time. After all, how many small children do you know who aren't the children of politicians or royalty who have their own private security details? Kim and Kanye's 30 security guards are believed to make $70 to $150 per hour. North has had her own security guards from infancy, and her parents bought a $1 million vehicle to transport her around in. Number 4. Blue Ivy Carter. Like any loving parents, Beyoncé and Jay-Z protect their oldest daughter, Blue Ivy. Unlike most loving parents, though, they have financial resources that allow them to extend their influence beyond Blue Ivy's home life. In 2017, they filed a request for a trademark to protect their daughter's unique name. When Blue Ivy attended preschool, she was dropped off by a security motorcade that included 2 cars and 3 bodyguards. Parents whose children also attended the school complained, saying Blue Ivy's preschool drop-off caused daily traffic jams. Number 3. Barack Obama. The 2008 election of America's first African-American president, Barack Obama, was such a significant socio-cultural milestone for the country that First Commemorative Mint sold plates to commemorate Obama's inauguration. The only thing is that when the plates first went on the market, there wasn't yet any event to commemorate. Obama hadn't even taken the oath of office. While the company has never confirmed whether its marketing strategy was influenced by the concern that Obama might be assassinated before he could attend his inauguration, it's certainly a bit unusual to celebrate and commemorate something that hadn't happened yet. Naturally, it leads to speculation of what motivated the early release. Of course, even if the company didn't have that fear, the US federal government certainly did. Amazingly, Obama began receiving Secret Service protection a full year and a half before the 2008 election took place, easily the earliest any candidate has received such protection. Number 2. Connor Kidman Cruz. 5 years after their 1990 marriage, actors Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman adopted 2 children, Connor Kidman Cruz and Isabella Kidman Cruz. After the couple's 2001 divorce, Tom Cruise and the children remain members of the Church of Scientology. As detailed in the HBO documentary Going Clear: Scientology in the Prison of Belief, members of the Church of Scientology are expected to disconnect from any suppressive people. These are people who might compromise their ascension through the church's tiered plan for spiritual progress. As someone who is not a member of the church, Kidman is now one of these people whom her children have disconnected from. Cruz has reportedly banned her from attending their son, Connor's, upcoming wedding. In 2018, Connor was reportedly placed on lockdown in a Scientology compound in Florida. During that time, Connor was heavily guarded. Provided with only vitamins and juice, he was required to spend entire days contemplating Scientology courses. He was also subjected to auditing the church's process for purging negative thoughts by revealing wrongs that were committed in past lives several times a day. Perhaps Connor was being prepared to follow his father's example by becoming the church's most valuable celebrity ally. Or perhaps he was being punished because partying is forbidden by the church. Number 1. Salman Rushdie. British author Salman Rushdie's 1988 novel Satanic Verses is arguably his most famous and most influential work. In the book, the protagonist has a dream wherein he becomes his namesake, the angel Gabriel. He meets Muhammad, who writes down the message Gabriel delivers. According to Islamist doctrine, the same sequence of events led Muhammad to transcribe dictums that later became the Muslim holy book, the Quran. In the dream, however, Muhammad deliberately changes Gabriel's words in order to deliver a message that better serves his own interests. Also in the dream, Muhammad is called Mahound. Mahound is derived from Muhammad, and it is the name given to the prophet by early Christians who believed he was an incarnation of the devil. To the supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khomeini, Rushdie's depiction of Muhammad was blasphemy. Because the Ayatollah was a theocratic leader, he considered blaspheming the prophet to be a crime against the state. In 1989, after witnessing a protest against the novel in Pakistan, the Ayatollah issued an edict instructing Muslims to murder Rushdie and anyone else involved in the book's publication. Rushdie then went into hiding. He lived under heavy guard for 9 years. When writer Laura Giannino met Rushdie at a social function in 2013, she told him his book changed her life. He's reported to have said, "Well, that's good, because it ruined mine." So I really hope you found that video interesting. If you did, please do hit that thumbs up button below. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got brand new videos just like this every day of the week. If you're looking for more from me, though, why not check out my other channel called Today I Found Out? That is linked to below. And as always, thank you for watching.